I'm Outdoorsman. Last video I told you I was going to go over all my tackle. I've been going through it because I'm going to be leaving to go to the Carhartt Bassmasters College Series on Martin next week, or actually Friday. So I just was going through all my stuff, getting everything ready, seeing what I needed. And I haven't done, my last tackle video was like 7 months ago at the very beginning of this channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into everything. I hold almost all of my soft plastics in these boxes. This first box is my creature baits. So in here, up here, I have all my bass munitions. I have my custom brush hogs, my breachers, mini brush hogs, and everything like that. The next one's just some random stuff, some Fishog, some some big bite baits, warmouths, and then the next one up's my creek creatures made by Big Bite. So I have 4-inch, and that's the 6-inch, and then I have the 4 inches also. And I have several packs of those. And then right here I have all the pit bosses that I got last Tackle Warehouse unboxing. So next one is my finesse and tubes. So up here I just have lots of packs of these Strike King tubes, and then two packs of Reaction Innovations tubes. And then I have all my finesse stuff down here. I have some Biospon plasma tails, some Zoom shaky head worms, some baits that came from Canada that I have tied onto one of my drop shot rigs. Then I have some robo worms, some bass munitions, centipedes, and different stuff. Next is my worm box, so it's Senkos and curly tails, and then back here's trick worms. So trick worms, zooms, different ones like that. I got some Havoc juice worms, 4 packs of those, and then 2 packs of Elastec cut tail worms. And then I have Big Bite baits, Senkos, and Fishog Senkos in here, and then all of my bass munition Senkos, which there's quite a few different colors. I got baby bass, green pumpkin, a bunch of different ones. And then my last one is my crawls. Right here I have Biospons and Z-Mans. Right here I have bass munitions, so I have the mud bugs and the wild crawls in there. And then back here I have grubs and crawls. And then here I just have some random crawls. Alright, now we'll get into the bag. So this is just like a duffel bag that was in my last video. I'm trying to find a new one to switch out, but I'll do the end first. This side I just have all my lizards. Right here I just have all my rattle traps and joint baits. And then here I just have watermelon, red and green pumpkin, and I don't know what color this is, fry. Then up at the top right here, this used to be my crawl bag. This is a KVD speed bag, but it's my swim bait bag now. So I have some Keitechs in there, some power baits, and bass munition, and then some bruiser baits that I use for a trailer. In the front pocket, I just hold scissors and pliers. And then over here I just have different lines for leaders if I need to re-spool or anything like that. I have it right there. And then this other end is just a bunch of random stuff. I have a plug knocker in case I get hung up. Some man's jelly worms. Some more man's jelly worms. Those are the 9-inch. And then some Big Bite Baits 8-inch needle worms. And then a Eco Pro tungsten gnat jig. And then I have my spinnerbait and buzzbait bag. So just all my buzzbaits in the back, spinnerbaits in the front, and they're all done by color. Alright, now getting into the bag. Right here I have all my jerk baits. I have a couple hand painted ones, and then just the rest are a bunch of different brands. I have all my weights and everything, punch rigs, Carolina weights, tungstens, drop shots, needle weights, and beads and stuff like that. Then I have my creatures. So this is just another box of creatures. These are V&M, I think. I got just brush hogs and creek creatures and 6-inch. Over here I got my frogs, bunch of spros up top, the spro rat, then some ribbits, some Bass Munitions frogs, two different colors of those, watermelon red and black, and then the Zoom horny toad and some more ribbits over here. Right here I just have curly tails, a bunch of culprit and zooms. Here I have my hooks. Keep the mesh netting up here, or not the net mesh netting, but the, can't remember what this stuff is, but it keeps the hooks from going into each different compartment. I have the rust blockers in all of my hard baits and everything. But I have all my worm hooks. Then I have flipping hooks, drop shot and hooks, wacky rig, shaky heads, swim bait, jigs, and then wobble heads, Ned rig, swim bait hooks, underspins, and trailer hooks. Right here I have all my cranks, or some of them, medium divers, square bills, bunch of square bills I painted, more square bills, Topwaters, spooks, all here, prop baits, and more square bills. Right here I have all my jigs. Up here's flipping jigs, this whole top row. Here is football heads, and then some feather jig or hair jigs. Then swim jigs right here, and then my chatterbaits at the bottom. In here I have more crawls and some chunks and stuff. And then I have my deep cranks. Last thing is my rods. These are gonna be changing pretty soon. I got an order of Kistlers I'm about to order, so a couple of these won't be here, and then I'll have a couple more probably within a couple weeks. I'll do an unboxing on the Kistlers when they come in. But the first one I have is the Magnesium TS by Kistler. It's a 7-foot, it's a 7-foot crank right on a roll rod, medium heavy. And on I got the Lose Tournament Pro with 20-pound braid, or yeah, 20-pound Power Pro braid, and like a 4-foot leader on it. And I just have the V&M chatterbait with a bruiser baits trailer. That color's in mouse. Next thing I have is just a cheap Lose rod with a 6 scales 6:3-to-1 gear ratio reel with 12-pound Invisex with a Yozuri, I think it's a brim colored jerkbait. Then I have my big setup. It is a Ducket Ghost extra heavy, let's see what it is, 7-foot 6-inch. This is what I use for frogging, which I'm not, this time of year is definitely not frogging weather, so I have a Carolina rig on it with a small 4-inch creature on it. And it's a 6-scale Hyperion 7/0-to-1 with 50-pound braid. The next thing is my Halo rod. It is a 7-foot 3-inch rod. It's my jig rod. It's a heavy with a Lose BB2, and it's got 30-pound Power Pro and a Bayou Bug jig with a Bass Munitions Wild Crawl trailer. Now, next thing I have is a Ducket Ghost medium spinning, or a medium 7-foot spinning reel or rod with a Lose spinning reel on it, 15-pound Power Pro, and I have a drop shot on it right now. This is those Canadian baits I showed you. Looks like a little minnow. Then I have my Daiwa with a Shimano Sedona 15-pound braid, Power Pro with a spot remover shaky head and a Zoom shaky head worm. And the last one's just my little cheap setup. It's the American Hero with a Quantum rod, 20-pound braid with a fish head spin and a bruiser baits minnow on it. That's everything. I'll be having some videos up of this coming up weekend and the tournament next weekend, so be on the lookout for those. I'll have some more unboxings of like Kistlers and stuff coming up soon. So thanks for watching.